He's away. Punches down the ground. May not go all the way, although this outfield's quick. It's real quick. It's nowhere near the middle of the bat, but it's 4. Yes. It's through. That could run all the way too. This outfield is lightning quick. Oh, it's 4. That's one out of the middle for Dave Warner. Oh, now there's a shot. Oh, over the fence. Oh, what about that? Unbelievable batting from Dave Warner. He's in full flight.
That's the last bounce he's going to get for a while.
To be watching this sort of batting as it just escapes a diving point fieldsman. And that's a terrific half-century. Davey Warner is going. Can India stop him? But if he keeps batting like this, there's every chance. Another one. Oh, gee. What sort of shot is that? I tell you what it is, it's a huge shot. And he's probably looked up and said, "Cop that."
And that'll go to the boundary as well. It scatters the seagulls that are out there. And frankly, it's scattering India to all parts. Way, that's full on the helmet. That is a nasty blow. Right, what does he expect here? Another bouncer? What will he do with it if he gets one? There it is, he slaps it over cover. Predicted it, dealt with it. The Warner story goes on. Now that's beaten wide mid-on, and the guy out deep hasn't seen it 4 more. Oh, he's gone long this time. Is it there? Yes! I told you, Heels. That's the way he plays. That's how he loves to play. You legend. A stunning test match done in 69 balls.
What a performance that is. Everyone, I said, at this ground will go home tonight having seen one of the most stunning test match innings ever. 69 balls brought up with a 6 over wide mid-on. Just an unbelievable display of power hitting from a man who's changing the face of cricket.
Yeah, it's just fantastic to get 3 figures and in 23 overs. But you know, it's a crucial part of the game that we got through the the new ball into the end of the day, and we're 104-9. Hopefully tomorrow we get to 150.
How important is it just to get that big lead and just bat as long as you can and just really grind them into the dirt at this point in time?
Yeah, we've really showed, to keep them under 200 in basically all the games, and then, in our first innings try and capitalise on that. And as we saw in Sydney, with Michael and Hassan Punter, we put big runs on the board. And, in Test cricket, the ideal situation is to bat once. So, hopefully tomorrow we can come out, bat the whole day and bowl these guys out again.
There was a little bit of chat going on out there with the big fella. What was said? We always like to know a bit of banter. What was going on?
I was mostly coming from Virat, talking about averages, and I think a few of the boys might have given him some stink because, he hasn't been going too well. But, at the end of the day, the big fella came over and said, we've got to worry about our batting as well. And I just turned around and said, mate, what about you? Worry about your bowling.
So it was on. It's always good when it's on. So there's still a bit of fight in the series. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, 100%. But we know, As I don't like to say it, but when we're out there, give them a little bit of chirp, and I always say to especially the top order there, I always say you got to look at your team's total, not your total, and then worry about that.
Team's total, how's the feeling in the room? It's obviously a very positive day of cricket, and not often you bowl a side out for 161. It sort of gets forgotten by the end of the day.
Yeah, the feeling's fantastic. Obviously today's done. Tomorrow's a new day. We've got to mark centre, start again, and hopefully we can capitalise on this start and hold us in good stead for the following couple of days.
Are you marking centre? Because it looks like you're taking outside off stump at the moment.
Yeah, I am. Obviously with the left armers and then them coming around the wicket, so there's a bit of a hole down there, a bit of a trench.
Well, congratulations, mate. Wonderful innings. Just one more thing though. You do realise that we're on the ground, lying around, almost crying. You got hit in the helmet. They didn't used to have helmets in the old days. They used to have hats. How would you go then?
Yeah, but that's the thing, you know, if I kept my eye on the ball, I wouldn't have got hit in it in the first place. But,
were there tears? Were there tears out there?
No, there was no tears, but I was a bit shaken up. But, you know, I look back and we saw punters footage before. I think it was against Pakistan. He got smacked in the jaw and you know, he just copped the sweep. But I was a bit of pain, but I'm all right now.
Oh, so you promise there's no tears, you're not going to wince around like a girl anymore from now on?
No, just hopefully I can move my neck tomorrow. Belief with me and Ed, you know, we're going to try and, you know, not lose a wicket by the end of the day, and we're in a good position at the moment.
Great. So just wondering what was going through your head when you got hit in the head, whether you were considering going off, and also were you thinking about any of these milestones that we're ticking past as you got past 69?
No, you don't really ever want to go off for anything, and you know, the physio said to me if I had a bit of blurred vision and that, it was, you know, would probably be silly to carry on, but I was fine and just a bit shaken up. It's the second time I've been hit here at the Wacker, and I just think I've got to try and keep my eye on the ball and you know, just keep watching it at the end of the day. But no, I'm feeling good now. We've got a nice golf ball at the back of my ear, but that's fine.
Dave, did you go out there with the intention of attacking that much, or did you just get in the groove as you went along?
No, I've always said if the ball's in my zone, I'm going to go after it, and that's what I did. And you know, if I kept on, you know, keeping my head still and my balance right, I was going to, you know, be in a good position there to score some runs and be a bit aggressive. You know, here at the Wacker, you're going to get value for your shots. So, you know, I just backed my game, backed my instinct, and you know, I'm 100 not out.
There was a rumour you were really struggling to hit the ball in the nets during the week, that the pace and bounce might bother you. How do you find it?
It wasn't more the pace and bounce, it was more me with my head and my balance getting still. JL and Mickey Arthur, you know, said to me, if you look down the, you know, the line and the axis of where my head was, I was always falling away and over my front leg. So, you know, when the ball's coming, you know, straight down the wicket, you want to try and get your head in line with the ball, and that's what I was, you know, working on mainly this week. And you know, I found it, you know, the last session, I wasn't going to have an optional net. I was going to stay at home and, you know, just clear my mind. But I said to myself I really needed to go down there and have that last hit. And I hit for about 2 hours, I think. And I think Craig McDermott was pretty buggered off. But because the net bowlers, you know, they bowled the last 2 days and, you know, don't really want to grind the youngsters in the dirt. But, you know, credit to them coming down and having the courage to bowl to us.
David, tennis legend, you are landed in his final bid to win the Wimbledon tennis and lost to Australia and said the grass is meant for the cows. Is it also true for the Indians when there's grass in the wicket? Indians are like...
You know, it's funny that you say that, because when we were out there and there's a bit of banter between Virat, Ed, me and Ishant, you know, Virat was saying to us, you know, you can talk about your averages and this and that, but when we go to India it's going to be a different story. And at the end of the day, I just said to him, I turned around and said, mate, we'll probably average an extra 10 over in India, because the wickets here are a bit lively and over there they're a bit flat. But you know, at the end of the day, here you got a lot of bounce at the Wacker, so you know, we've got to treat every game as it is. It's not easy for us as well, even though we've been brought up here. We're still, you know, we play one game here a year or two, if that. So unless you're from WA, you don't really know the bounce. And obviously the wickets that we've been playing on have had a little bit in them. So, you know, at the end of the day, they got to come here. They got to, you know, they got all the resources there to practice as much as they can. So, you know, I can't fault our bowlers' efforts as well, because they've bowled well, and you got to put the ball in the right area as well to get your results.
Extension of the same question. Did those words fire you up, because it seemed you became you just switched into the 10th gear after those words? You really seemed pumped up. You and Ed both. Did those words by Virat and Ishant fire you guys up?
Yeah, it's funny that, because no one said anything the last two previous games, and I think a lot of teams, especially know with myself and Ed, if you start going to having a go at us, we actually enjoy that, and we love a little contest out there, and we like to grind it back in their faces, and you know, that's what we've done today. And you know, we've got to come out tomorrow and respect the bowlers again. So hopefully we can, you know, hopefully they know how to keep themselves quiet, and then we can carry on.
Hey Dave, which one was better, Hobart or this century?
Oh, if we won down at Hobart, I'd probably say Hobart. But you know, this is you know, a great milestone for myself and achievement, because you know, I've come to the Wacker. I put doubts in my mind. I said to Mike Hussey the other day, I've batted here a couple